speaking from an individual artist perspective, y'all are asking a lot of artists. You are asking a lot of children. You are asking a lot of people around you. When I got the call to do this talk, I sought diverse counsel, which meant I made phone calls, I sent emails, I did Facebook polls, I had meals with people. I've been asking a lot of you in the room and people who are working here and people on the street since I've been here the same question, which is, riff on healing. What's interesting to you about healing? And or if you had this opportunity, what would you want people to know? Results were that if you assumed a greater level of responsibility, by and large, the more responsibility you assumed in your life, whether that be subjective or objective, the more you thought you were in charge of more things, people, wealth, power, systems, whatever it was, the more likely your answer was to have something to do about the disconnect between self-care and care for others. There was an exception to this trend, and the exception came from my wonderful friends, and I know this is being Facebook Live, so a huge shout out to Liz, Sunny Boy, Elder, and Pat, Frank, Laura Castaneda, the whole team of Returning to Harmony. And they have a principle that they use and I'm using and I'm learning to use more and more, which is we must first be well before we can begin to do the work of the people. Now, that doesn't mean that we must be without trauma. That does not mean we must be without hardship. That does not mean we must be the privileged few who have had a wonderful life with nothing going on that's terrible, so that we can start to do the work of the people. What do you need? No, I have no idea what you need, because I have no idea. I haven't been on my own journey. I haven't dug into my own cracks. So I dug into my Japanese culture, and we have an aesthetic called kintsugi. It's the act of putting gold into the cracks of the shards of pottery, to show that something it's beautiful because it's been weathered, but not because it's just been weathered and cracked. It's not a broken pot on display, although that in itself, objectively could be considered beautiful, but there is tending to those cracks. Think of a place where you have a crack and make it. How big is it? How wide is it? What does it feel like? How heavy is it? Hold it. Sit with it. It's still there. We're not going to fix it. I'm not going to fix it today. That's what you're asking us to do, P.S., as artists, is to fix this for you, and I won't. It is yours. You can keep it. But sit with it. You know what it needs. I don't know what it needs. You know what it needs. And if you tend to it first, then I don't have to do it. You're sharing this. Whatever this is that you just held, you are sharing it with me, with the people around you. Why? Because you're so incredibly generous. So if there's something else you want to share and you're not tending to this, I might not be able to hear you. I might not be able to reach you. I might not be able to connect with you because this is so loud. So quiet this and then do the work. We must first be well before we can begin to do the work of the people. When you look at your communities, when you look at your organizations, when you look at your families, your friend groups, your pockets of the system that you are in charge of, or that you think you're in charge of, because you're not, when you look at those pockets of the system, what you see is based on your ability to connect with what it is that's out there. Yeah? Everybody has their own cracks, and if I have them and I can relate to them in you and I can connect with you and I can ground myself in what I know and I can trust the teachings that I have and I can listen to nature and my ancestors and the voices that are all around me all the time, and I can reflect back and get quiet and shush for a minute, maybe I have a shot. Maybe I have a shot. It's not a guarantee. It doesn't work every time. If you have a broken place and that broken place is this big and it's in your way, guess what? That's what you're going to see too. You're going to see in your communities and you're going to work to fix it out here. And I'm going to ask you at some point, how's that working for you? How is that working for you? Because when I left Alaska, I got emails that said, you can't go. If you leave, people will die. That was an email that was sent to me. That is sometimes what is being asked of artists. Fix this for me, for us. Make something so great. I started hearing these other tools. There's a disconnect of not knowing how to work with Indigenous people. The people have been moved from here. And who are we to expect them to show up? Are they going to fix us? Are the artists going to fix us? Are the children going to fix us? Are the people who are struggling through things, are the people who aren't struggling and who are innocent, are they the ones that are supposed to fix us? We must first be well before we can begin to do the work of the people. So in a spirit of wellness, I'd like to invite my friend Nick up here. Where is my friend Nick? There he is. Dun, dun, dun. Nick's not going to save you either.
Stugoja ubonayatli. Munga unaye over Yahegi Bane. Chahojif Kagachimi Kujiroe. Amalegra Wachagodunwation. Gachelge Puchiroe. My real name is Gachimikoji, but I think everybody outside of my people know me as Nick. We have a joke going on between my family back home. We say that's my government name, Nick. I'm the son of a Panther clan. When I'm up here in front of you and the words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm just an extension of my people and where I'm coming from. I want to thank Leslie for using the position that she's in to bring an Indigenous person up here and using her consciousness to realize that that's an important thing to do. I heard that they were looking for an Indigenous person to bring up here that's from this area, but they weren't able to find anybody, and that's because they were all removed from here. And so I want to take a moment to acknowledge the people that were here, the Chickasaw, Yuchi, Cherokee people of this land. Actually, our people, this was a traveling grounds for the Muskogee people at one point, and there were ceremonies held here. Real quickly, I'll sing a song. This song says, however, wherever you go, you pray for me and I'll pray for you. Estaman estomen folachkes animi kozabachkin aniu chimimi kozabachlis ifkinagalgi doyashkan momen kamakis istaman stomen koyatskan animi kozabalis jimimi kozabalis Mikoza balgi doyatska momes gomagis. Mado, thank you.
The stories are multitudinous. We are not, if you get caught in thinking we're two-dimensional beings or we're three-dimensional beings, you have missed the point. We are multidimensional all the time. I just want you to expand your awareness a little bit bigger than you have before. So we're going to do that physically with the skill of proprioception. So with our eyes open, but no definitive leader, I'm just going to say whenever you're ready. I don't want to wave. I want unison. I want everyone in this room to do this at the same time, and I'm holding you to it. We're not leaving this room until this happens. How many more minutes do I have? You have 2 minutes to figure this out. Close. Thank you to the leaders who were like, I've got this. With me. Thank you to the followers who are like, we're doing this? All right. That's why it was close. And you've been like stewing together and you've been working together and it's working almost. So I'm going to call that a C minus. You're welcome. You have A work in you. A work is in you. A plus work, blow my socks off work is in you. I know because I've been talking to you, so you cannot fool me with the fact that this is not possible. I love what you're doing. I love who you are. I love how you're expressing yourself in the world. So if you're holding on to your broken place and you're thinking that you're not worth, you're doing it all wrong, that is not true. You are doing it all right. Here's one more skill that's going to help you keep doing what you're doing. But thank you. Expand your car to include every person in the room. Expand your car to include your ancestors. Expand your car to include the land you're standing on, people who are coming after you, and everyone who got you here. And when we're ready, and not a second before, we are doing this together.